everyone, welcome to Style by Lauren Ryder. If you're new here, I'm Lauren. I love thrifting and mixing and matching and playing around with my style. If that sounds good to you, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a wonderful day celebrating. And today I wanted to do my biggest thrift regrets. Even though I've done a ton of thrifting and I feel like I've learned a bit, I still have lots to learn, and I've done a thrift tip video before, but I wanted to share some things that I learned in 2024 that I hope to apply now when I go thrifting in 2025. So these are my biggest thrift fails. Starting off with these amazing vintage plaid shorts. They are just so cute. They're super high rise and very short. And they actually came with a matching bomber jacket too, but I'll get to that in a second. Anyways, these I am so obsessed with. They're made in Paris. They are just amazing. But unfortunately, they are cotton, linen, and polyester and rayon. And when I found them at Savers, they smelled like they had been sitting in someone's closet for many years, if you know what I mean. And they definitely needed to be washed. And because I was just wanting to wear them ASAP, I was so excited about the whole suit. I decided that I didn't need to take it to the dry cleaner or anything. I was just going to wash it in cold water in my washing machine and, put it in a garment bag to protect it. And unfortunately, did not work out. It definitely did not work out. They shrank so much. Actually, more specifically, the matching bomber jacket shrank so much. And when the lining of something gets super messed up too, like it's longer than the actual outside. So like if I were to wear these, the lining like now like peeks out of the short. They're just very messed up. So my number one fail is I washed things when I should have just hand wash them or taken them to the dry cleaners instead of just cross my fingers and hope for the best and throw them in the washing machine. And also, I think I've learned about myself. I really don't have a lot of time to devote to washing things like hand washing, and I don't really like taking everything to the dry cleaner, and that gets expensive too. So I just am going to apply that when I go thrifting now. If there's something that really needs to be washed, like it smells like it's been sitting in someone's closet for a long time, and I don't want to take it to the dry cleaner, I'm just not even going to bother to get it. So that would be my first tip because that was a huge fail. And I loved this plaid suit. It was so cute. When I tried it on at the thrift store, I put it on over what I was already wearing. And another lady walking around there was like, "Oh my gosh, that was made for you. You have to buy that. It looks so cute." And I thought it did look really cute, but unfortunately now it's just very messed up. Kind of going off of that, my next fail is this amazing vintage knit sweater here that says Paris. It has this really cute pocket detail and all the pearls and like lots of things. It's so unique. And I got this actually at a thrift store that I had never been to before. And it's by the Eagle's Eye. So I don't know, maybe I'll try to find it somewhere else. But this was another piece that I wanted to wash, and I thought it'd be okay if I turn it inside out and put it in a garment bag and wash it in cold water in the washing machine. And clearly, that was not smart of me, not a good idea because the red dye bled all over the white knit part there, and it just got super messed up. So that was another bummer too. And, I probably should have read the instructions. Yeah, dry clean, but it says or hand wash cold. But I did wash it in cold water in the washing machine and it didn't work out. And I was so bummed about that. The next thrift fail for me personally, because now I have learned this past year, is anytime that something needs to be fixed, like a button needs to be replaced, a hem needs to be redone, whatever it is, I'm not going to do it. I just not going to do it. I just know myself now. I don't have time. I don't know if I'm just lazy, whatever it is. But I think right now I just really don't have the time. And a great example of that would be these Epic. They're amazing. these crystal embellished jelly shoes. I mean, if you've watched my summer videos, I lived in my jelly shoes. I have another glitter pair that I literally wore almost every day. They were just so comfortable, and I can't wait to pull them out again. But because of that, when I spotted these at the thrift store, I thought these were so cool because they are embellished in crystals and they're that same clear, jelly shoe I could wear with anything. And their only thing was they're missing a bunch of crystals on it. Like a bunch, you can tell a lot of the crystals fell off there. And when I was looking at them at the thrift store, I was like, oh my gosh, such an easy fix. They're $10 and I can just go and bedazzle them myself and buy crystals. I've done that before, and put crystals on things. And as you can see, we are now in winter and they have yet to be bedazzled. So I have not gotten around to it, and that was a huge fail. So I know myself, if it's not in wearable condition right then and there at the thrift store, don't buy it because I'm not going to fix it. These I'm going to have to fix because I love them and I already bought them. But, you'll spot me bedazzling these soon, I hope. The next thrift fail may not make too much sense, but let me explain here. And that is this Alexander McQueen scarf. And this was actually one of my top thrift finds if you watch my last video. But let me explain. The reason why this is a thrift fail is because I bought this secondhand. I bought this off of eBay and I got a really amazing deal on it. And I love how it is a slightly different than that typical Alexander McQueen scarf that everyone wore in the early 2000s because it has hearts on it. It's got like a chain link detail. I love this scarf. But the reason why I'm including this in my fails is because when I got it, again, when I opened the package, I nearly like dropped dead, I think. It smelled like it had been sitting in someone's closet for many, many, many years and was super musty. And like, if you thrift, you know what I'm talking about. But it was so intense. It was like smoky. It just, there was no way, no way that I could wear. I mean, when I opened it, the room that I opened it in smelled like it. That's how intense it was. And I've done a lot of thrifting and I've never experienced anything as bad as this. This was insane. And I actually messaged the seller and was like, "Hey, you didn't mention that it would need to be dry cleaned or something because it was so intense." But yeah, I aired it out and I took care of it, but I bought this a really long time ago, like months ago. I haven't been able to wear it until just recently. So that's how bad it was. But it is one of my favorite finds because I absolutely love it. And I mean, even honestly, I can just wear it with what I'm wearing now. I think it's the most amazing scarf. But it's just like, it took me a long time to be able to wear it. So don't make that mistake. If something smells like it needs to be dry cleaned 100 times, probably not the best. And then the next thrift fail is another thing that was on my top thrift list from 2024, and that's my Ferragamo shoes. So let me explain this too. So these were definitely my most worn shoe of 2024. I stand by them. I'm obsessed with them, and I'm still going to wear them so much this year. But with all secondhand shoes, if you buy them secondhand and they're worn, and clearly these were worn, they were not brand new, at the thrift store. I wore these, and when I was out and about, the heel part just completely fell off. Like the heel cap, I guess is what it's called, completely fell off. And then, of course, it's not like I have an extra pair of shoes. So when I'm out and about, I was like kind of hobbling around without the heel cap here on my shoe. So that was a huge fail. What I have learned now is if it's a pair of shoe, like a nice quality pair of shoes like these were, I need to go and take them to a cobbler and get them resold or the heel caps re-put on there. It's super cheap, but save myself the heartache of hobbling around if they break like that. But that was my next thrift fail. Hopefully you learned from my thrift fails of 2024. Let's not bring these into 2025. We are starting a new year and we're not making these mistakes again. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and TikTok, which are both at Style by L Writer. And I will see you soon. Bye.